Number two, we want to construct a one sample t interval for a population mean using data from a population distribution with unknown shape. In which of the following circumstances would it be inappropriate to construct an interval based on the SRS of size 14 from the population? So when's it going to be inappropriate? In other words, when are we going to violate conditions? First of all, with a size of 14, we want to plot the data. So we're going to definitely want to inspect a graph of the data. So we also want to make sure that we have a random sample. We also want to make sure that our sample is less than 10% of our population. So let's look at option A for a minute. If the population consists of 200 individuals, and 10% of 200 is actually going to be 20. So since 14 is less than 20, we've actually met our condition there. So that one's okay. A histogram of the data is approximately uniform. So if I have a histogram that might look like this, where it's flat around the top, no real skewness or bell shape, that's okay too. We just don't want any strong skewness or outliers. Option C, a stem plot of the data is slightly skewed to the left and unimodal. So that might look like, let's see, a stem plot. Um, a stem plot looks like this. So you might have like a number with some values here. So if it's skewed to the left, I might have a few numbers here. So like 1, 2, maybe 4, 6, 8, 7. And then it kind of goes higher and higher, and you can see it's skewed to the left, and it's got one peak, so it's unimodal. That's okay. We can do that. Um, Option B, a dot plot of the data is roughly bell-shaped except for one high outlier. So if you have a dot plot, bell-shaped here, has that nice curve, but then you got a real high outlier. Well, that's a violation of our approximately normal condition. So we don't want outliers. So we're going to go ahead and cross this one out. And this is actually our answer because we're looking for the one that's inappropriate. Letter D, a box plot of the data is moderately skewed to the right. Again, you can have a box plot that's skewed. So in this case here, if it's skewed to the right a little bit, that's okay. We just don't want to have outliers. So option B is going to be your answer.